Hi, I'm Troy Bonte, the Executive Director of Facilities Management and Planning at Otterbein University. And I'd like to welcome you to the STEAM Center, the STEAM Innovation Center. We're just finishing up, but we thought you'd like a quick tour of the space. We'll start in the lobby, and this is where I see as a gateway for all the great collaboration and the great design and innovation that's going to take place in this space. This is a very sustainable building. It started with the reuse of an existing building, and we've upgraded it. We've upgraded it to be more energy efficient and certainly to be more green to meet today's modern building needs, along with being more sustainable, which is part of our Otterbein history and culture. IT is working very hard with our marketing folks right now on creating a video wall for this space. And we believe that you'll see great videos and great images of all the great things that are being designed and created in this space as we go forward. Come down the hall and I'll show you the training room. This will be the center's high-tech training room. There's spaces for 24 different workstations and 24 people. It all starts with training, and we want to make sure that everyone who uses the space knows how to use the equipment and can use it safely, and that they're also, paying attention to Otterbein's values. The space will also be available for different meetings and events for the university. Now let's look at the design studio. This is one of my favorite spaces in the entire building because I think this is where the real creativity is going to happen. It started with training and now it's design. In this space, students will be able to work and lay out large projects. There'll be a vinyl cutter. There'll be a row of computers complete with design software and 3D printers so that you can print your prototypes on. This crate actually contains an embroidery machine. And so Otterbein logos can be printed for different projects and different events on campus. Or if you start up a business, those things could be available as well, to create that business image and that branding for that space. One of the things that makes this space so great is the flexibility. We've got 2 overhead garage doors that can be opened up to make this a very large expanse and open it up into the rest of the building. This is the rapid prototyping space, one of the most high-tech spaces on campus right now. And there's some pieces of equipment that are already being assembled and ready for class this year. This is the Roland Mini Mill, which can be used by engineering students or art students to create 3D items for different projects and programs. This is the Epilogue laser, and with the laser we can cut acrylic, we can cut glass, we can cut plywood, all to create items for everyday use and prototyping. And finally, here is our U-Print 3D printer. And this printer's high resolution. It's much more advanced than the printers we'll see in some of the other spaces on campus. I'd like you to use your imagination a little bit when looking at this workstation. This station will be set up to create printed circuit boards. And when the university planned for this space, they talked to a number of business owners, and what they found was they had to send out their printed circuit boards to be printed, sometimes in California or in Washington, and had to wait for those to come back. What we've done is created a system where they'll be able to make these printed circuit boards in-house, and we'll have a quick turnaround time. Finally, people will be able to take those printed circuit boards and populate them and create those prototypes for use in industry. One of these projects has already been done with the nursing department, and the nursing department is using simulators in their space created on campus. This is the Woodshop, and it's not like the Woodshop that I had in high school. When the Woodshop is finished, we'll have a large CNC router here that'll cut in 3 axes, X, Y, and Z. And all of that will be visible from the outside of the space. We believe that this space will be available for art students, for theater students working on mock-ups for props, or actually in creating props and scenes, to complement the scene shop that the theater has already. The university now uses all saw stop technology, and saw stop technology is the safest saw on the market. So there won't be any fear of students or users becoming hurt on the blades. The blade actually retracts out of the way. This is the machine shop and the metal shop. Workers right now are putting together a powder coating booth which will allow us to finish anything that's created in this space. One of the primary tools of this space is this Tormac CNC mill, which will cut metal and plastics all in 3 dimensions based on the computer designs that people have created inside the design studio. Finally, in this corner, we'll have the capability to weld, to cut metal, and to finish the metal in this space. Now we're going to go into the advanced manufacturing lab, but before we do, I want to point out one of the features that makes this space so unique, and that's the overhead doors. When we developed this project, we kept one drive-in and one overhead door, and we kept the hallways nice and wide so that we could move things in and out. And one of the artifacts left over from Mettler Toledo is actually a Mettler Toledo scale, and we hope to have this scale recommissioned and renovated so that we can use it here in the space. Here in the advanced manufacturing lab, we have building air, and the building air provides air throughout the building for use by the various equipment. In the future, you would expect to see many of the same items of pieces of equipment that we saw in the metals and machine shop, along with a water jet cutter, a injection molder, all things available for the systems engineering and mechanical engineering programs of the future. Now this fall, the space will be occupied by art, and they'll use this as a 3D design studio. This is the data center for the building, and the data center has direct fiber optic connections to 33 College View and to the WeConnect data center, which is a link to the Ohio Supercomputer Center. So we've got lots and lots of bandwidth in this facility, and we'll be able to handle, the computing needs of the future. One of the things that was really important was that we left windows on the space so people could see what the space is looks like and how it operates. And that was a general theme in the building, as all the mechanicals were left exposed. And those mechanicals are available for people to see how the building actually functions and how it operates. What really makes all this space unique is the fact that it's together. It really promotes collisions between our students, the companies that are in the building, and the academic community as a whole. There are a number of engineering labs and classrooms in the facility, and this is the classroom that's set up for the first-year engineering students. The idea is that 4 students will work in clusters, and each will be able to connect to a monitor on the wall to collaborate with their projects. Finally, up the center is a row of 3D printers where the students can actually make prototypes of the ideas and concepts that they're working on. So just a short distance from the first-year engineering student lab will be the home of our first anchor tenant, in this case Polymer Ohio. And Polymer Ohio will bring industry experts from all over Ohio and allow them to collaborate with our students. And again, we have a classroom very nearby. So this is one of the largest classrooms in the space, and this fall this will have 36 desks in the space. We see that it'll be used by engineering students as well as the possibility of MBA students in the evening. IT's outfitted it with modern technology. It has short throw projectors. There are whiteboards on the walls, and we believe that this will be a great space for education. Now, in the future, this space may change, and it could become a space for tenants within the whole facility. Next, let's look at the business services space. The business services space is going to kind of be the heartbeat of the building. In this space, excuse me guys, students will be able to fax, print, send documents, scan documents. There'll be a large format printer in here for printing posters as well. In the old days, we used to think about Kinkos, and we think this space could be a lot like the modern Kinkos for the building. And if you need to find the executive director of the center, Aaron Bender will be in this office. So make everything look good, all right? And these are faculty offices with Professor Gary Mall on the end. As you can see, we're nearly there. The furniture arrives in the next few days, and we'll put the finishing touches on what's going to be a great space for Otterbein University. But I've got one more thing to show you. Come with me. The last thing that I wanted to show you was all of this space. There's nearly 40,000 square feet left in the building to be developed and constructed. And just to remind you before, these are the spaces with the garage doors that open up into this space. And as you can see, people are working on equipment, putting together equipment and getting it ready for its use by the students. So remember, training, design space, design studio. This is the rapid prototyping space. And here is the woodshop. And somewhere in this space we'll have a coffee shop, and hopefully there'll be a patio that overlooks Otterbein Lake in the future. Thank you for taking time to join with us this morning at this Welcome Back. We really hope you've enjoyed this preview, and we've worked very hard on this space, and we're really glad to turn it over. We know that you'll bring those partnerships and those collisions and those collaborations together and create a truly great space for Otterbein University.